Hey everybody, Beth here. For those of you that don't know me, I am owner and broker of Relocation Panama Real Estate. I am originally from the US, but I have lived and worked in Panama for over a decade, so I've been here quite a while. And I just wanted to jump on here, and I haven't seen a lot of people in, our sector or someone on the ground really talking about kind of what's going on. So thought I would do that and answer some of the looming questions that I'm getting on a daily basis, like what is going on in Panama? Is it safe? So if you've seen the news, yes, we have for the past month, a little more than a month, there have been protests throughout the country, roadblocks. And when they block the roads, we have one major highway that runs throughout the country. So roadblocks do cause a bunch of problems and people aren't able to circulate. Actually, we did have protests last year. They didn't make international news like they did this year. I have been asking, I'm in touch with a lot of people in the US and Canada, and the news that they're seeing isn't completely accurate. Shocking, because we all know that the news is true and not agenda-based ever. So anyhow, as someone on the ground, this is what's going on. Everyone's hearing that these protests are just because of a mining contract. That is not accurate. It is very complex. I think the mining contract was the catalyst of all of it, but the Panamanians are protesting against environmental, economical, government corruption, social injustice, kind of all that stuff. A lot of people are saying that they're trying to destabilize the country, which could be accurate. They're certainly going to try to attempt, but the majority of the people protesting are students and just people that are standing up for their rights. Anytime we see protests like this, of course there's going to be opportunists. There is going to be looting and vandalism. There's kind of no way to prevent that. But all in all, the protests have been extremely passive and just a patriotic Panama coming together and standing up for their rights. They have caused a lot of, everyone's been affected, every sector, tourism, which I work in, and, agriculture, and, this definitely has a ripple effect and is causing a huge effect on the economy. However, I think it's so important to keep in mind that the protests have already been fruitful because the president signed a contract allowing mining rights throughout the country, and that has been retracted. So generations to come will be able to continue to enjoy a lush and beautiful Panama. That's what Panama is known for predominantly, is how lush and beautiful its landscape is. So it hasn't been all for nothing, and I think sometimes you have to focus on the bigger picture. Sometimes it takes a little bit of discomfort and loss in order to gain. So I do strongly believe that there's power in numbers. And although there are bad or evil players in the mix, I think that the patriotism will win in the end. And Panama prevails. Panama has always prevailed. This tiny country is small but mighty, and they have overcome dictatorship, the US invasion. They've overcome, it's just countless what they've overcome. And it's absolutely incredible how much influence that they have made globally in a very short period of time in small numbers. So Panama is very important to the world. We are in an uncertain time. Everybody is just kind of sitting back and waiting for a Supreme Court decision to see if the Supreme Court says that the contract that was signed for the future mining rights is legal or illegal, because the Panamanian people want there to be repercussions for, these government officials' actions. But there's a lot more. Like I said, it is complex, and they are challenging other stuff. And so they're pressuring the government to take responsibility, and they're also standing united and showing them we will not accept this any longer, which is quite inspirational. And if you look, there's so many beautiful images throughout the internet and videos of thousands and thousands of Panamanians passively flooding the streets of Panama City with massive Panamanian flags, singing their national anthem in unison. And I believe it is an example to the world that we're all, no matter what country you're in, we're all victims of government corruption in one way or another. So sometimes it's necessary to stand up for what is right. Again, the looming questions are like, should I travel? What's going on? So I am based in the Coronado area. So I will tell you, if you plan on traveling to the Coronado area, we are fine here. We're open, it's easy to circulate. It's hard to find broccoli and arugula, but we do have food, and day-to-day life is pretty normal. There aren't roadblocks. I do want to address, there was a shooting in this area. I believe it made international news, and it was a really big deal. And I'm not making light of the death of two innocent people. However, I do want to point out that the reason why that shooting was such a big deal is because it doesn't happen. And there's so many countries throughout the world that on a daily basis, so many people are shot and killed. So I don't understand like why that is portraying to people that Panama is unsafe, because even so, it still remains significantly safer than most places on the planet at this time. Things are safe, things are open, so I wouldn't cancel your travel if you are coming to this specific sector. If in the upcoming weeks you have travel planned to Bocas del Toro or Boquete, anywhere like Chiriquí or Panama City, maybe consider rescheduling just so that you can actually enjoy your vacation. Your life is not threatened, but you just might be inconvenienced. For those of you that are considering or had plans to come either for high season or to investigate relocation in the upcoming months, like mid-December, Jan, Feb, March, my suggestion is to just hold. I really do believe that this is settled over the next couple of weeks, and things will open back up again and you can come down here and enjoy your time. In terms of investment, like a lot of people are like, wow, now Panama's not credible, it's gonna be off the map. I think that is not accurate. We did have protests last year. They did last almost a month, and we were, obviously the economy was affected by it, but people continue to make investments and people continue to relocate here in very large numbers with no issues. So just don't allow, all the fear-based media, the chicken littles on social media to influence your decision. Panama is still on the map. There's so many great things that have happened in this country recently. There's so many great things to come. We're just in a difficult time, like so many other places in the world. And I know that Panama comes out of this because Panama always prevails. So if any of you have any questions, concerns, I'm happy to be your person on the ground in the Coronado area as one of the leaders in the real estate industry. And remember, we are full service. We do rentals, short-term and long-term sales, relocation, and property management. So I can be your person. My team can help out. We are here to help in the good times and the bad. And yeah, we look forward to hearing from you and hopefully plan a visit in the future.